Okay, good.
All right, here we go. Going live. Hello, we are live. Welcome back to Entrepreneur Life with Kasie Oswald and Tamra. I'm not going to try to say her last name. I have tried before.
That's funny.
um, so we've decided to start doing a Friday funnel series. So what we're going to do is on Fridays, we are going to deep dive into a new funnel. So every Friday, a new funnel. They are There are so many of them. We're going to talk about them today.
Yeah.
But what is a funnel and why do you need it? So Tamara, why do you think we need a funnel?
Well, a funnel gets you from point A to point B, hopefully increasing profits along the way. It's a clear set path that, unlike a website where you can, click on what you're looking for and see a lot of different things. Sometimes websites could be a little bit more confusing or too much information, and you go away from the website. But a funnel focuses on like something particular, like a particular item or
Right.
whatever it is. And then there's a set of landing pages that will get you hopefully a sale.
Perfect. Yeah. So, hey, Mary, thanks for coming. She said, great to be here. Thank you so much for teaching us all aspects in the business. Yeah, it's
We are learning, believe
little
me.
chunks at a time.
Yes, I love it.
Great. So, basically, a funnel is a system designed to attract and convert customers or clients to your business. So, the what I was reading last night, basically, so you have this funnel and think of it just like a funnel. Sometimes you have holes in your funnels, but you can plug them and get people, streamlined
Mm-hmm.
into your um, to your sales or for a service, whatever you're trying to provide. So basically, the top of your funnel is awareness. Okay, so that is somebody reads your article or a Facebook post that you make or a YouTube video, something like that. So you're making people aware of who you are or what you have to offer. And it's your job to find a pain point or a problem. Like what are you trying to help people with? What problem are you trying to solve? So then they show interest. Your customer is hooked. They want to find out a little bit more. They might not be ready to buy or to take on what your service is, but they want to find more. They're considering it, and now they know who you are. So that's really important to put a name with a face, and that's why we talk about live chats, YouTubes, things like that. So that's where you're attracting your audience and then showing interest. And next is consideration. So they have many things to choose from. You might have shown what problem it is, but is your solution right for them?
Mm-hmm.
So that is your next part of the funnel. You're kind of nudging them like, hey, I've got you covered. We can do this, right? So
Yes.
it's consideration. You're convince them that you are their right solution. That is the third part of your funnel. And finally is your conversion. So give them a final nudge, a compelling reason to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So you are the solution to their problem or whatever they need. And now they know that you are the reason, you are their solution, they're going to buy it. So you want to just kind of funnel people into things.
Right.
Did that make sense?
Makes total sense. Yes. And don't forget a thank you page because you should always thank them. Um,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. And I never really like thought about funnels until we started Groove. I mean,
Hmm.
I have heard you should have a funnel. This is the reasons for funnels, but I didn't really get them. Like I really had to deep dive into what are funnels like, and how do they
Exactly.
work? And I didn't even know of like a thank you page. I've seen them pop up before, but I never thought, oh, you can just add a thank you page. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, these are really, really interesting. And I got a quote from I just I don't remember the full name. It's ahrefs.com. They said if you don't have an excellent product, service, or a market of people who will buy it, a marketing funnel cannot save your business. It's better to put your focus and resources into finding a product in your market first. Um, and I get that. I understand that. And one thing I thought about was why Groove Funnels is a great choice
Hmm.
because you don't have to spend a lot of time on your funnels.
Yeah.
They have just the drag and drop feature. Now, if you're a perfectionist, you're going to spend more time on it. But the important thing is that spend your time on that product or service, and then have your funnel. It might not be perfected yet, but get some things out there. Start your funnels early, which is
Focus on
something,
one thing at a time too.
yeah, which is something I didn't do. I mean, over a year now, I'm just going to say Nancy Taylor has told me to start an email list, and I haven't even started it. Sorry, Nancy.
I hear you.
But I've realized why she was telling me to get it started right away. But yeah, it would have been very helpful.
Right.
um, so that's really a basic definition and a basic structure of what a funnel is.
Mhm.
Now, types of funnels. Okay, how many types of funnels do you think there are?
I'm
I
going to
found them
say
right.
7. 7's my favorite number, so I'm going to say
Okay.
7.
So just on my notes, I'm going to say I have email funnels, sales funnels, website funnels. Well, that's a different. I have click funnels versus Groove funnels, but we'll do that one later. Product funnels, membership funnels, survey funnels, auto webinar funnels, which I just learned about, lead magnet funnels, and purchase funnels.
I hope you write this all down.
I did. I have been searching and researching.
That's awesome.
So I even put a date. I have for next week email funnels, and I was wondering, do you want to talk about email funnels, or should we wait a couple weeks for that one?
Email funnels are very important to
agree.
learn how to do. It's hard because Groove's email service is not necessarily up, but you can still embed your own email service into your funnel at Groove. So it's still very useful.
Okay, so today is the 29th, so we'll say next Friday on the 5th, we are going to talk about all things email funnels.
Yay.
So make sure you come back on Fridays. 8:45 Central, 9:45 Eastern. We are going to dive deep into a funnel. We would love if you have questions to put them in the chat or message us beforehand too. We both have our email address listed below. And if you have specific questions on funnels, we might be able to answer it live, or you can come on here live and ask.
Yes.
So yeah, send those questions to us. Really, that's all I have on funnels. I just wanted to introduce people to what a funnel is and what Funnel Fridays will be all about. So what do you think, Tamara? Do we have anything else on this topic for today, or anybody have questions?
I think that's great. Please note with the free service at Groove, you can use, what is it, up to 3, I believe, funnels, maybe. I don't quite remember. I'm sorry. I should have looked into that before. And then with the paid service, you can have unlimited funnels with the platinum. But they are very useful. It's very, once you understand it and understand the flow, they are powerful and they work. So definitely look into funnels. And especially if you're in the BTO course that Nancy has, that funnels really do work. I know she promotes YouTube a lot, but YouTube is a great way to help people come to your funnel and understand your product for sure.
Right. It's a call to action after a YouTube channel. See, Nancy,
yes.
We're getting it.
Call to action. Yes.
Kasie, you said you should have started sooner with a funnel. What do you think you missed out on this past year? That's an awesome question, Mary. I think that I could have, hey, Kelly, I think I could have gotten the word out about Groove sooner. The way I heard about Groove was from word of mouth. So Tamara was like, hey, Kasie, and hey, friends, we have a group that we are all like-minded business people. And she posted like, hey, look at this, guys. Look what I found. What do you guys think? And so word of mouth is huge. If I had an email funnel sooner, I could have said, hey guys, check out Groove, check out this new thing that I found, and that would have been an easier way to get the word out, I think, instead of starting a new channel from scratch and trying to get the word out. I mean, you start with your friends and family. So I need to get the word out faster. A funnel, an email list would have been the right choice to go. So
definitely. And like Nancy says, Your email list is yours. You know, it's something that you have that will not be taken away from you
Mhm.
versus, you know, your YouTube channel could be taken down. Your social media accounts can be taken down. There's a lot of things that could happen along
Right.
your journey, but your email list, that's yours. That's yours for
Yeah.
life, you know? So, you know, hold it dear, try to
Yeah.
help it grow. You know, I can say I haven't really done it either myself so much, but I understand the importance.
Yeah. I do
So
know. Um, yeah, I went all in on the YouTube channel. So we kind of all in the great thing about the BTO course, which we're kind of off track right now, but you learn something, and I think everybody took like a little piece of what they were excited about, and we all kind of exploded there, like calling out some friends, Rachel, Victoria, they've got their courses, and Leah started building her own, well, two things she started working on,
yeah.
freelancing, teaching, and horses, and like Loretta with her play pups. I know I'm going to miss people, so I'm not going to go through everybody, but we all kind of took a little chunk and we're like, this is what we're working on. Let's do it. So
Mhm.
should we all have had email lists? Probably.
Absolutely. But, you know, we are a support group and that's excellent. But it's just important to build your own. It's part of building your brand is
Mhm.
having that list and fostering it. You know, you have to be consistent, just like with everything else. You have to be consistent
Mhm.
in getting your word out and building that trust.
Yeah. Good question, Mary. Mary said, do you link your funnel to a newsletter? Yes. I mean, I haven't yet, but I think that is a very smart way to go. I'll tell you, Mary, I just started my email list. It took me a long time to understand not what it was for, but how to do it.
Mhm.
Um, until I really sat down to learn it. But yes, I think you can have separate lists. So I know you have multiple goals that you're doing right now. I hope you don't mind me speaking to this, but you could have a list for your pampered chef, you know, an email funnel to your pampered chef where you send them a weekly newsletter, or another one towards you and your husband's business. You could have different funnels, different newsletters,
Mhm.
and just getting to those different groups. So I thought that was great too. So like Tamara said, with the free groove, you can have three, we think. We'll have to look that one up. Three funnels. So you could, you know, I could do a beach body funnel. I could do a groove funnel. And my teaching funnel, I guess I have three already. I didn't even think about that. So,
Yes, but you have the paid, so you can do unlimited. But the one thing, you know, there's email, there's newsletter, there's blog posts, there's so many different options. You
mhm,
have to find what's best for you. The funnel allows you to get your potential client or someone's information. You're
right.
exchanging something for their information. So you should have some sort of freebie or something with each funnel just to get people there. And then they give you their information in exchange for something that you have. If you choose to use a newsletter, I mean, that's basically like an email. You have
Mhm.
a standard form that you're going to use. You make it, you know, nice so people want to open it.
I
You
think
know, I
with a pampered chef one, she could easily do like a recipe a week or an item a week and have
100%.
a nice
Yeah.
looking newsletter with that. I think that would be
Exactly. Pamper Chef would be
a
great.
for a
Even
newsletter. Yeah.
31. I think you do 31 too, right? And those, you know, your little bags. I love my little my little pouch bag thing, but even if you don't give a product, you can give ideas or
Yeah.
organizing, you know, how to use this in organizing your closet or something
Mhm.
to that effect. Um, but yes, freebies are huge and mostly
Mhm.
information. It doesn't have to cost you anything to give
Right.
somebody information, you know,
Mhm.
and just pass on your knowledge to others. And it definitely helps. And then Groove, like I said, Groove does make it easy to have different lists, and you
Right.
can just click on which list that you want to send that weekly post to.
Mhm.
But just make sure that you foster those lists and help others I know Amanda Panda is somebody that's in our group together, and she really gives a lot of props, a lot of
Yeah.
amazing
She gives a ton
things
of
every
freebies
week.
away,
Yeah.
but you exchange it for your email.
Uh-huh.
And that's something I learned going over this, like a sales funnel. When those pop-ups like, hey, your first time you get 10%, sign up for our newsletter. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, you just gave them your email in exchange for
Right.
that 10%. And that's part of their funnel. So
Right. And I can't tell you how many emails I get that I don't open. But Amanda's is somebody that I open because she has right there, here is your New Year, your Lunar New
Mhm.
Year prop, or here is your whatever it is. And
It's
I'm
always
like,
fun.
ooh, what is it?
I
I
know.
know. So, I mean, it's difficult, I know, but try to make it enticing,
Yeah.
because it's not only beneficial to have an email list, but you have to have people that want to look in and see what it is.
Yeah. I do
Wow.
think I would open it for a cool recipe or something. I know she's really good with like she's healthy
Yeah,
recipes and stuff. Yeah, I think that's
absolutely. And
pretty cool.
Pampered Chef has a ton of recipes on their
Yeah,
site. So just, you could just
you can
move
make
them
a
over
cool
to
little
your
newsletter.
newsletter,
Yeah,
because I know most of your clients probably don't go to the website unless there's a reason to. So
yeah.
if you just give that information, that's huge.
Cool. There was something else I was thinking of, but I'll have to remember that later.
But
Awesome
again,
questions,
your
Mary. Thank
funnel
you.
really should be one thing. It should be one enticing thing. Don't overwhelm. It seems in this
Right.
day and age, even though we have so much technology and so much information out there,
Hmm.
it's almost a little bit of information overload. I mean, I do
Right.
definitely think websites serve a purpose, but funnels serve a huge purpose.
Hmm.
They get people onto one item, and or one type of item, and it
Right.
definitely works.
I just remembered what I was going to say. One cool thing with Groove is the swipes because I am not creative. And those of you that know me know I have a hard time coming up with the words I want to say or the descriptions. You can read the descriptions on my videos. They're very just, hey, this is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure I could do a better job at them, but words just aren't my thing. So when I go into Groove, they have swipes ready for me. Oh, hey, we're going to have this. Oh, okay, here's your swipe. And you can copy it, add your links, and put it towards your funnel that is for Groove. You
Mhm.
don't want to send Groove stuff to all of your funnels. You don't want to
Mhm.
send, Beachbody stuff to all of my funnels because that just becomes, like Tamara said, like overwhelming, overload, and people will be like, I'm out.
I just want to say something to that though.
Yeah,
Use their swipes, and a
right.
lot of people have their own swipes and newsletters, but make it your own. Make
Yeah.
it authentic. Change enough so that someone realizes you're really not just copying and
Mhm.
pasting. You are adding and personalizing it,
I
because
always
that's
tell everybody
important.
when you see like lots of exclamation points and like happy faces, that's all me.
Right.
I put my own self in that one.
I love it. So, Mary, you said one thing, like maybe Pampered Chef is having a sale on, I don't, you know what I bought from you? I bought, I think it was from you, but it's the shredder, like chicken shredder or pork
Oh,
shredder.
those
I
full things.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's not something people have in their kitchen all the time, but it's metal, like it's really sturdy. It's
Yeah.
metal, and it's like these teeth that come
Yep.
together to shred whatever it is. And there's a couple of recipes that I use to make, and when I would use a fork, and it just did not work very well. And then I would try to use my hands, and then I burn myself. So these like shredder things are amazing. So let's just say Pampered Chef, or you wanted to highlight this, because I'm going to guess that most people do not have those in their kitchen. And so you want to highlight this item. So you go on there and you say, guys, look at this amazing item, and you're finding a pain point, because I know for myself, I'm like, it's too hot to shred with my hands. Forks are not working. I
I
found
don't
a
I
pain
don't want
point.
sauce under my nails.
I
Sorry,
know
that's just
what
me.
sauce. Well, yeah. If you're making chicken with sauce, that's even worse. But if you just have chicken and you're trying to, use your shredded chicken
Right.
into another dish or whatever, that's the pain point.
Mhm.
And then you find out more information. So maybe you make a video on how these shredders are amazing and they shred your chicken without burning you, without making a mess. They're very sturdy, all that stuff. So you're giving people more information. The right solution is these handy dandy Pampered Chef shredder things.
That we have
And
no
then
idea the name. The
I don't know the
thingamajigs.
name either. The thingamajigs.
I
and
love
then,
them.
and then, and hopefully at the end, you can have a link to your Pampered Chef site so somebody can purchase directly. They can purchase your shredder thing. It's not that you're selling Pampered Chef because, like I know when Kasie had her party, I went on Pampered Chef and I'm like, I don't know what I want, whatever. But then but if you focused on one or two items, especially one at a time, and then you really highlight that and how amazing it is, that's what's getting you from point A to point B. And I guarantee you, your sales on shredder things will be amazing. You also asked, quick shred. It's called quick shred.
Quick shred, yeah.
I love them. So there's your selling point right there. And then a swipe. So some affiliate places, and I would think Pampered Chef and a lot of MLM companies have it too, but
probably.
they have set, like, I guess, emails or set messages that you can send to your clients. Maybe it's in your back office or whatever it's called, but it tells you how to sell something, or it tells you what to say. So that's kind of your swipe in a way. And it might be a bad word, but it's a pre-letter that somebody at that corporation already designed.
Right.
But it is really important that you make it your own.
Yeah, and I think it is especially important for Pampered Chef or MLMs to make it their own, because as a Pampered Chef host, I am, I've hosted many for many different people. And although Mary is my consultant, I have had other consultants. So I will get the same email from like 4 different people. And I'm like, oh, they just got like an email automatically from the company that just sent it. So I would say, make sure you change those for your own, and maybe not send them on the same exact day, or maybe send them ahead of time, like right away, just so you can be, ahead of the game. But yeah, for Pampered Chef, I do get like 4 on the same day from many different hosts.
And I mean, it's hard to personalize something like that because a lot of people just briefly glance,
right?
So if you just change a few things, but
I think making her own newsletter, like you said, and highlight one thing, even if it's once a month, not once a week, I would be like, oh, what's this tool right now, or what's this recipe? And maybe maybe you have a video embedded in it and we click on your video.
Yeah, Mary, you have the best words. A script to share. That's exactly what it is.
Mary is amazing.
I know.
I always tell her she has the right words that I'm trying to come up with.
So corporate sends out those emails. Do you have to do it, or corporate just sends it that if you've purchased through someone, you'll automatically receive it? I'm not sure how that works. But if you make your email, like I know a lot of us use Canva. If you go onto Canva and you make your newsletter a brand, like you have a specific brand color and your newsletter is specific to you, Mary, especially, then you can cut and paste that letter into like a newsletter template and send that instead. And if you have colorful, or maybe some pictures that you can use, then it makes it your own. So even though you're giving the same information, if someone were to open yours versus, just a consultant that copies and pastes, it's going to be different. And different is a little bit of what you want. It'll make it your own. It'll make it a little bit more authentic, and people might be more apt to read it because it looks like you spent a little bit more time,
Yeah, Mary, don't worry about the corporate ones. I would say just send one with your flair.
I don't even know when they send them. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. But you could even use that corporate letter to resend it using your own look, your own appearance. And so when people see it's from you, I don't know how it works, but if people see it's from you, then they'll be more apt to open it possibly. And it might
Yeah.
not go to spam. I mean, I don't know where my Pampered Chef emails are, but maybe they're going to spam. I don't know. But if it comes from you, then it'll be specific for you.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard again that Groove took down their email server, but it's because it was starting to go straight to spam and they're just looking out for us. So once it's back on, they're really going to
Yeah.
pay attention to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
But I mean, they said about 30 to 60 days. So don't you think someone could really start building their pages now, even though they don't have the
100%.
service? I
Yep.
mean, to have it all built and ready to go, I think
Oh,
would be
for
a
sure.
good.
And if you look onto their, when you go to build your website, there is a place of which email list servers, I guess, for lack of a better word. Mary, help us. Which email providers, whatever, like MailChimp and that, integrate with Groove. So there
Yeah.
are some that do. It's not a big deal to copy and paste your list to Groove once it's back up, but if it will integrate, it's a lot easier, and you can directly go from your funnel to your email list on another site, especially if you use one of their preferred email providers. I hope that works.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that was a great chat. Mary, great questions. Love it. Thank you. And just so
so
you know, I
funny.
didn't know what a swipe was until Fast Start Marketing when we were learning about all of that.
Right. There's a lot. And yes, fast start marketing has really helped a lot, but it's not cheap like anything, but
Right.
it's full of, I mean, high level professionals teaching
Yeah.
courses on specific things. So it's very helpful. If you
So
already,
Mary, I should be getting a magazine here shortly. I'm gonna send you one. I know you already have the free account. So you said if you already have a website, can you integrate a Groove
I was
funnel?
just gonna say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So there's two things you could do. If you decide you love Groove and want to have one of your sites your website, you can switch it over to have Groove host, and Groove will host it for free if you have the free account. And so you can switch over. If you want to make your website, if you want to also make a funnel, whether you want to switch to Groove or not, it doesn't even matter. But your funnel, your website should be I like to think of it as a mall in a way. If you go to a mall, there's all these different stores to choose from, and then your funnel might be just one store, like Macy's or something. You're focusing on something specific that's within the mall. So if you have your website and you focus, your website has everything that you offer, and then you go over to a funnel, you're going to highlight one item. You want to maybe Pampered Chef has 20% off, Tupperware. Well, they're not Tupperware, I'm sorry, but like storage bowls or whatever it is. So if they're having 20% off, then your funnel should highlight that sale to make people want to get these bowls. Maybe someone's been thinking about buying bowls, or maybe just, if there's a sale, a lot of people just want to do it. So, you can highlight that specific item in your funnel, but keep your website as the full all-encompassing everything, because some people like to shop for what they want, and then some people like to hear about what one thing can do for you when you're identifying the pain point. And funnels have been proven over and over again to provide a little bit more income, I guess, because you're focusing on that one thing. It's not overwhelming for your customer, and you can tell that it's something that's recent and that is, providing value.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Excellent.
I hope that answered your question.
I think so. It was if you have a website, can you integrate a Groove funnel? Yep, definitely.
Yeah, you can. You can do it whether your website is with another host or not, for sure. Yes. And Groove also offers a free, like if you, like my brand, I guess, is called eTeacher Tamara. And so I have the paid version, but I can have as many free sites as I want, I'll have Groove in the name. So I believe it's eTeacherTamara.groovefunnels, or it might be groovefunnels.eTeacherTamara, I forget, .com / whatever it is that I'm promoting, so / groove or / orange hoodies or / whatever it is I want to promote at the time. I can do a / and then whatever that is. And then every time I could just build a funnel like that. And that's free. That's free of charge. You can have as many as you want. So it's pretty nice. And then there are ways to make your domain with a / and an item at the end. It's through, there is a process. So it's a learning curve, but there is a way to have your website name / and then whatever it is you want to put on there. So, you can't just have it like that, but you can design it, and it's not very difficult. It's just a learning curve, because you have to change the or add a C name or something like that. But it's not hard to do at all. So yeah.
So Mary said, "Thank you, ladies. I really appreciate getting my personalized questions
I'm
answered."
so glad you were here. This made it great. Yes.
Yes. So every Wednesday, we are also doing Workshop Wednesdays, but it's in the Facebook group. So if you're not already a part of the Facebook group, please join us. Groovy for Groove Funnels. The link is in the description box. We have all kinds of things going on in there as well. We've got tips for Saturdays. We've got Workshop Wednesday. Throwdown Thursdays are on YouTube. So
right.
Come back, check out the channel, check out the Facebook group. And don't forget to like and hit the bell so you know when we go live again.
And if you have any questions at all, the
Yeah.
Facebook group is an excellent place to ask those questions. Otherwise, you can get a hold of us. We're free and available at any time.
Awesome.
But Facebook group is a great place to ask.
And join us next Friday when we're going to break down the email funnel. So
Yay!
That's all we have for today, everybody.
Awesome.
We'll see you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you.